Hello everybody, Iain, Robson here. Welcome back to County Line. Alright, so if you recall in the previous episode, we were working away here on our grass field, and we're almost finished here. So we're just going to go ahead and finish this off. There's that huge dip in the field there. Apparently, of course, Play's having a hard time with these turns. So that's the reason why I'm stepping in here as well. Because I can't manage the turns without making a big mess. I think it's just because the way they have it set up right now, it's kind of a strange turn at the moment, so I think that's part of it at least. So this way it's pretty quick at least. So I usually prefer to use the forage harvester, but in these circumstances it's actually faster for me to use the the trailer itself, just because usually it's the trailer that's getting stuck beside the combine here. So well, now apparently as I mentioned a while ago, if I had recorded the outline and then named the course, I would have been able to generate a nicer course. So I may do that still, because this isn't necessarily the most efficient way of mowing this field, so I may go back and do that off camera. We'll see, but it seems like that might be the best way of going about it for the most part. So anyways, as you can see, we're on day 5 of spring. The ground temperature here is 9 degrees, and I think that's still a little low for beans and for corn, so we're gonna have to wait maybe a couple more days before we can actually do that. So we're gonna just see what happens here. It's funny, I was in the great debate this morning. I'm like, well, what do I record this morning? Because I was kind of just waiting for things to happen. I'm like, well, either record something now or I don't record anything at all, sort of ideas, because in that circumstance, for me at least, it's like, well, I don't have that much time where I can just sit and record, just wait for things to happen, then record, because, you know, I gotta go to work and whatnot. So one of those things. So we may be doing the same thing as last time. I'm okay with that. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. That's the way it is. I still enjoy doing it regardless. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, the way we could have mowed the field is like kind of like this way, which would have been more efficient than kind of doing north-south like we're doing right now. Also, it would have made the turns a bit easier as well for courseplay as well. So, oh well, maybe, like I said, maybe I'll still do it. So now the next thing we need to plant, I think, can we plant sugar beets? I want to say, I looked this up last time, and I want to say we could have. Yes, we can. Okay, good. So I'm gonna get that started right away. So I want to put sugar beets, I think, maybe in field 11. I don't think I've planted field 11 yet. Let's just verify that. No, looks like we're good. Fruit type, nope. Nothing is in field 11. Okay, perfect. So let's get this guy lined up here, and let's see if he'll actually do what he's supposed to do. Doesn't matter which side. No, he wants to go on this side apparently. There he goes. Okay, now which tractor did I have set up for planting? Was it the Steiger? No. I guess we could use the Steiger though, really. I figure it might work actually. Just gonna put dualies on it real quick. We're just gonna go past the shop anyways to do that, so put dualies on it, and then I think we'll go plant over there. Let's just detach that front weight there. What button am I looking for here? It is. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna customize wheels, wide, standard, twin wheels. Customize, yes please. Oh, didn't know you could even put just twins in the back. I didn't know that. Twin wheels, wide tires. Oh. Ah, there you go. I thought you can only put twins in the front, or twins in the front and back, but okay, we'll go with this. let's go ahead and grab this seeder, which I believe is over here. Yes, it is still. T7 heavy duty slipping, which means it doesn't know it's made a bad turn again. I don't think I have any seed in this. I might have to fill this up while we're waiting for that. I believe this has enough horsepower. Let's see. Oops, I wanted this menu. The seeder needs 280. I think that Mass Ferguson has more than enough. Yeah. Indeed, it does. Alright, let's go ahead and top this off with seed. I think I put the seed in the same spot as last time. Now this time we're not making our own seed. And the reason we're not making our own seed is because what might have been one of the reasons why we ran into problems. Now I believe, from what I understand, this is actually a seed trigger in this version. We're gonna find out here. This is something that was added in the seasons ready version, I think. So that's why we're going to give this a go. Let's see what happens here. Now originally I was saying, why put the pictures of like seeds things here and not have it as an actual trigger? Doesn't really make sense. Oh, there it is. So now it's actually working this time. So it makes a bit more sense. Like before, it was just there and nothing else. This is why I was doing the driving before, because the turn it wants to make is just not great. The Ford Traverse has no problem making that tight turn, but apparently the tractor doesn't want to make that kind of random turn. So anyways, yeah, in the previous version of this map, that trigger didn't. It was just pictures. It didn't actually do anything there, but now it actually does something there, so which is nice. This is 97, 98. There we go. So let's see what happens here. So it should be able to drive this course. Now I'm just curious to see what's actually going to happen here. Oh, perfect. Look at that timing. Alright, let's head back down to... Not only cost us... Well, that's not that much, actually. Switch it to sugar beets here. There we go. And we'll plant sugar beets on field number 11 there. Honestly, with this size of planter, it doesn't take very long, but we're going to do it anyways because we have the planter, we might as well. Now that course play driver is heading over to the dairy farm, and that's where we're gonna check it out real quick. Once it gets there, I'll stop and take a look at it because I'm just curious. One thing I wasn't sure about is whether it would automatically tip into that placeable silo or not. That's what I'm kind of curious about at this point in time, at least. Okay. I was gonna say, have I not cultivated this? But I have. Okay. Let that unfold real quick. We'll hop on and check this guy out here. Now, what will probably happen most likely is I put a waypoint where the tip point is. So sometimes when it's a placeable, that's what you have to do in order to get it to function properly. Now I don't know if the tip here trigger would have done it or not. I have to do some testing to see if that would actually work or not. But oh no, I didn't even need to put the stop waypoint there. It would have just been able to do it without me putting that there at all. Well, that's kind of cool. But now that I put the tip trigger here, it's like, or now that I put the waypoint here, I have to do this. But I could have just driven straight over that. And it would have been fine. What's our level at anyways here? We are at almost 100,000. We have 29,000 liters of slurry. And we have 13,333. Perfect. So now I have to say continue, because it's just been sitting there. But I didn't need to put that there, because Courseplay recognized the trigger there. I could have just left it and it would have been fine. Alright, so let's put this here, 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 and then take off the offset here. Perfect. And straighten her out here a little bit. Got sugar beet selected. Good. There we go. Nice. Let's put a little bit more weight in the front there. Isn't it? Enter? Where you add weight? Oh, it's B. There you go. That's a bit better. Give us a bit more extra traction so the front tires get into the ground too. Because in this situation, what's going to happen is if I don't, the tail tire, or the tail tires, the rear tires are going to just not do anything basically. Well, that's not true. The front tires are going to be off the ground is what's going to happen if I don't put that front weight there. So that's why it's important to kind of do that type of thing there. This is a 400 horsepower tractor, so it definitely has enough horsepower. But whenever I see this kind of combination, I always think it looks better with something else. A bigger tractor. I don't know why. 18.2 meters is actually a bit... There we go, 17.9. That'll do the job. So there's just a teensy-wincy bit of overlap. It'll make our lives a little bit easier. Alright, nice. I don't remember the last time I planted sugar beets. Well, I've done the multiplayer server quite a few times, but not in my single player. That's for sure. Now how far is 10 meters? Well, that's not too bad actually. Raise that up. Make a turn here. There we go. Let's get aligned here once again. Lower that down. There we go. And of course I'll have to do a headlamp at the end, but that's to be expected. Nice. Like I said, this shouldn't take too long with this size of seeder on this tiny field. But it'd be funny if I actually bought a potato harvester, not a sugar beet harvester. I'm pretty sure I have a sugar beet harvester. Yeah. Hey, better safe than sorry, right? Can you imagine how that would have been if I got a potato harvester and I'm planting sugar beets right now? Oof. Couldn't imagine that. But right now, apparently those two tractors in the grass field are okay for the time being. But the tractor may just be doing circles, for all I know. No, let's see, I spoke too soon. So it's partially to do with the way that the turning is set up, and partially the way they do it, the way the field's orientated. So if it weren't quite so diagonal, it probably wouldn't be as big of a problem. I'm gonna have to take care of that. Oh, yes. Let's see. Alright, good. Let's make this turn here. So Oakfield Farm came out the other day there, which has got quite a few people jazzed about that. I have not touched Oakfield Farm, to be honest with you. Now which side is he going to be on? The other side, of course. I don't understand why, even though I've chosen the side for it, it wants to be on the other side still. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Alright. At the end here, what we'll do is we'll swing around, do a wider turn, and then get the other side there. I'm kind of excited to try this whole sugar beet setup, and also we can do it. We can use the EVGA extension as well, but we still need to put some grass, or put some grass in the EVGA extension actually, or I should say the actual bunkers themselves. There we go. Because right now we don't have anything in there, and we kind of need something in there for it to be, you know, functional. So this is what I noticed, that Courseplay kind of like is doing this little weird thing where it's like backing up to the harvester, and that's just probably because of the turn and because it recognizes the edge of the field there. So that's something that's interesting that I noticed recently. It may have done it for a long time, I just never noticed it before, and now it does a weird turn to try and get close to the combine, and it can't because it just doesn't know what's going on. It's like chaos for that one little guy there. Alright, almost finished here. Got maybe 2 or 3 more passes left to go. And it's funny, they're going to be not stuck per se, but it's strange, like it'll back up and then try to turn around, try to turn into the harvester. I don't know. I don't understand why it does it that way. But this is why sometimes, while Courseplay is fun and all, sometimes it's faster to just do it by hand like this. Especially when it gets these weird tight turns like this. So. Now this is the field I tend to bail up, so I'm just doing this because we needed some grass for our animals, basically. So turn here. So I don't know, I guess Courseplay can't do that turn successfully. So it's gotta like go to the end, some waypoint way over here, and then turn around. I basically lined it up for it already, but it didn't like that. I'd be surprised if it couldn't make it there now, but stranger things have happened with Courseplay, that's for sure. Alright, let's see if we can't finish this field up here. I have a sneaky suspicion we're not going to be able to, just because I'm looking at the time now, and I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, it's almost time to go to work. So with that, folks, I think we'll end the episode there now. My name is Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed this episode of planting some sugar beets, something we don't do very often. If you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more County Line. I'll catch you guys later.